All right, here we jump to Sydney, Australia. This is the pre-judging. Chris Dickerson, Platz, Dennis Tinerino. Folks, I remember about 15, I think there was 18 of them there. Platz, Casey Viator, Ed Corney, Casey, Tom Platz, Dennis Tinerino, Chris Dickerson, Zane, Samir, Bannout, Ken Waller, Roy, Mike Mentzer, another Roy, I think. I don't remember him. Schwarzenegger, Boyako, and the first guy was Danny Padilla. The third guy was another European. I don't remember his name. Let me say this. I'm shooting from the way up in the balcony, so it's a little jerky here. Every one of these guys, this is no lie, they all were capable of, well, let me say, 15 of the 18 were capable of winning. There's no question. It was just your personal preference. What did you prefer over something else? The judges really had their hands full on this. Maybe let me make a couple of comments. You know, Zane has never looked that big, but he held his own. He looked good, real good. In a nutshell, as you know, Schwarzenegger won. He came out of the woodwork. He wasn't even announced that he was going to compete, so he must have whipped himself into shape pretty quick, and that certainly is worthy of praise. Did he deserve to win the Olympia that year? I don't know. His legs did not look to be on par with his upper body. You be the judge. The rumor was Conan the Barbarian had come out, and see right there, look at Conan the Barbarian had come out, and they wanted it to. They wanted him to win so that it would do the movie good. That was the ugly rumor that circulated. Who knows? I'll just tell you this. Everybody was in superb shape. Mentzer, Zane, Chris Dickerson, Schwarzenegger. Take a look at the legs. You tell me. Looks good there, but I don't know. The front shot I thought was just slightly. Zane had that oak tan. You know, he's got some special formula that he uses. He's got the small hips and the good shoulders. He's got great symmetry. Obviously, everybody knows that, and it really comes through when you see him live. Looked good. One thing that I remember was that, whoa, look at this. Talk about beef trust. I mean, you know, posed down, and every one of these guys was phenomenal. I don't know where to put the camera. It was, well, it was just another very, very special evening. So when the judges came to make their decision, and you know, it had to be either, I hate to say favoritism, but you had to get pretty subjective, because objectively, again, 15 of the 18, however was there was only a couple that probably weren't right on par, and they were still great. They just weren't on par with these other guys. Dickerson looked particularly good that night. I'd seen him a couple of other times, but boy, he looked great that evening. I met him in New York. He was, I work as a pilot, and he was on my flight, and I saw him getting off, and I stepped out. Just couldn't have been a nicer person compared to a few that I've met and I'm not here to put the bad mouth on anybody, but I want to acknowledge those people that were particularly friendly. And Chris, you know, obviously he was going someplace, but he stopped and talked. And, I don't know, we probably talked for 15 minutes. Very nice. Deltoid City. Lats, there's Chris. You know, I put the bad mouth on Schwarzenegger's legs, but his calves were pretty good from behind. Ooh, look at that stomach. Was that, I want to say Tony Emmott. I could be wrong on that. Again, if you go back and check out the magazine, Casey Viator, I don't know why he didn't make it up there. He was huge. All right, this was the night of the show. This is when I was in those third row seats. John Torilli, does that name sound right? I think he's competed over here in the United States now. Check it out. Wow. Thank you. Now, another Australian with huge arms. Here's Bev Francis. I saw her in the Women's World Powerlift. Oh, Reg Park in his 50s, folks. Look at that. Crowd went wild. They loved him. Pretty good shape for that age. Here we start the competitors. Danny Padilla. Look at those arms. Oh. Anyway, I saw Bev Francis in the World's Woman Powerlift Championships. It was up here in Lowell, Mass. Phenomenal. I saw her. She benched, I want to say she benched over 400. All right, who's this with huge legs? Boya Cole. Wow. Sure look good. I was at a trade show just checking out to see what they had for new equipment, and Boya works for one of the companies. He's in his 50s now. Still looks good. You know, he's just in street clothes, but you could see the massive chest. Still in very good shape, obviously. Now here's the man. A lot of emphasis on the upper body. Not a whole lot down below, but I'm biased and you know that. This is the speed that it was done at, so he was whipping through those poses. A few rips. How about Bertil Fox? Does that sound right? Ooh, there's some deltoid for you. And that previous guy, I'm pretty sure, was Tony Emmott. Hit high intensity training. Sure worked on him. Tragedy that we lost he and his brother. Whoa, there's some calf for you. Now, this looks like Tony Emmott. I forget who the other fellow was. I think they're both from Britain. Samir. I don't know if he had won the Olympia before this or afterward. I forget. He looked good that night. Here he is, Mr. Symmetry. He had great music. It was a song that you only hear on Metro Media Radio by Pink Floyd, and the posing just was fabulous. He really, another package that just, you know, the tan, the symmetry, the whole thing, the music came across good. I can see why he won the Olympic those 3 times. Dickerson. Great. Looked fabulous. There's a few cuts for you. Your triceps and biceps. And six pack. When I met him, I was amazed at how wide he was in street clothes. He has big shoulders, very wide. Dennis Tinerino, you know, I don't know how old he was. He'd been around for a long time. And great shape. Platz, I don't know why I stopped taking pictures. Look at the thighs. Jesus, talk about leg biceps and calves. Whoa. Here's Casey. Only teenage Mr. America. Supposed to be a product of Arthur Jones, but to me, he just did a lot of iron pumping that's just served him well. Genetics plus some hard work. Alright, here we go now for another pose down for the evening. Boy, again, I don't know where to focus. I was just, I was overcome. Looks like it's just free posing here. Obviously that's the top 7.